Hello, who's here? Say hi if you've jumped in. That way I know somebody's here. Anybody out there? Make sure I have my chat on. There we go. Now the chat's on. Oh, they jump back out again. Okay. Well, that's whatever. Hello. Hey, Heather. Oh, Heather, I got the pillow done. There's the front. There's the back. I finally finished the pillow. Now I'm making a blanket out of another yeah. I not feeling great, so I just wanted to do something with some soft texture, so I'm just making a throw blanket. Something quick and easy. Now, are you expecting ice tonight? I know we are. I think that's why I don't feel so well. I think that's why I'm all achy. It's because it's supposed to dip below zero. Oh, thank you. It's a very soft pillow. I like it. Very soft. It is very cold tonight. Like super, super cold. I'm laying here on the couch with three blankets on. I hurt my back shoveling snow the other day. And so now I just want to take it easy. Oh, you don't watch any news? I actually don't watch news either. I have an app on my phone that gives me weather alerts from my region because I live in a very high tornado area, and severe thunderstorm area. I decided it was better to get the app, especially Oh, it was probably 10 years ago. Oh my gosh, this would be the 10th anniversary this year, I think. No, 11 years ago. We had a derecho that hit, and yeah, that was scary. But I like to keep up with the weather, especially living out in the woods when the trees fall and high winds and, all that kind of stuff. Oh, somebody else is here. Who's here? Say hi so I can say hi back. I remembered to turn the chat on tonight. So, what do you guys want to talk about? Cold and windy. Oh, you don't use a cell phone. Oh, okay. Yeah, it hasn't been real windy this time. It was real windy last weekend. And that's when I got the 12-inch drifts pushed up against my door. I couldn't get out the front door. So, but I don't have anywhere to be. I did all my grocery shopping, got all of that taken care of. And of course, I have my prepper pantry anyway, so I'm ready to hunker down. Well, it says there's two people in here, but I don't know who the other one is, Heather. Do you see somebody on your end? And don't forget to hit the thumbs up, guys, if you wouldn't mind. I know I would appreciate it a whole bunch. I'm trying to build my channel a little bit. Oh yeah, I have everything I need, Heather. The only thing that would be bad would be as if I lost power. Because just you're the personalities. I say that too. Um, yeah, the only thing that would be bad is if my power went out completely out here because my fireplace isn't working right now, so I wouldn't be able to heat my house. And they are calling for below zero temperatures. But other than that, I'm good. And I mean, if I lost power, I would put blankets up over the doorways and I would stay in this room and here and I would just light candles and use candlelight to heat the room. I've actually done that before when I've lost power and bundle up with lots of blankets and 4 cats. Hey, Magic. Magic just jumped on my feet. I think he's trying to get comfortable because he knows I'm on a warm spot. So, how's everybody doing tonight? This evening? I never know what to talk about. Oh, you have violets? I wish I knew how to grow violets. I gave my mom violets one year for Mother's Day, and she said that's the only violet that she had ever been able to grow. She killed them. She used to kill violets. So the other guest is probably shy. And that's okay. That's okay if you're shy, whoever else is out there. I just wanted to say hello. That's all. I'm Gypsy. If it's your first time here, my property is called Smallwood Homestead. I live on 12 and a half acres in the middle of the woods, surrounded by trees in southern Illinois, in the US of A. In case you are not in the US of A. Hey, who else in here? I've got 4 people in here now. Please say hi to me so that I know who's here. And what would you all like to talk about? I'm just crocheting a blanket. I've got some odd bits of homespun yarn and it's nice and soft and warm, so west window watering from the bottom. And yeah, I've tried growing violets. I don't do well with succulents, actually. I have 2 succulents that are actually doing pretty well right now. But as a general rule, I don't do, and I think violets are in the succulent class. I don't know, maybe not. but I have difficulty growing them as well. Um, the things that I have the most difficulty growing is lavender and rosemary. Yes, kitties do always love soft blankets and pillows. They like soft pillows too. I'm always crocheting odd blankets. You know, a lot of them I give away. Um, some of them I keep. Like I like to keep a blanket in the car for emergencies. I gave each one of my kids a blanket for their car if they wanted to keep a blanket in their car for emergencies. It's just nice to have an extra blanket. So it's not in the secular. Now, see, I can grow ferns. I can grow ferns like nobody's business. Ferns in each one of my bathrooms. I have two bathrooms, and I have ferns growing in my bathroom right now. I have no, and what's funny is they were ferns that I dug up from my woods. I have lots of ferns in the woods. I just dug them up and potted them, and now I have one in each bathroom. Yeah, I can grow ferns. I can grow spider plants. I can grow ivies. Um, I don't know. Rosemary and lavender I always kill. Phenomenal lavender. Not heard of phenomenal lavender before. I mean, I even had a good friend of mine who's like, he grows the lavender for one of my favorite coffee houses. Oh, very awesome. I water only a little bit once a week on my ivies and my roses. Hi, wonderful life. Welcome. I think this is your first time in here, I believe. Where are you from? It's a variety that is great, and you can grow. Cool, Heather. Thanks. I'll have to remember that. Phenomenal lavender. I will have to remember that. Because, yeah, I think I overwater. And then I go, oh my gosh, I just overwatered. So then I don't water. And then I forget to water for like a really, really long time. And then it completely dries out. So I love my plants, though. I have to have lots of plants. I think I have plants in just about every room of my house. It's kind of like books. I have to have lots of books. I always told my daughter, you can never have too many plants or too many books. So, the important things of life. Yeah, I always add gravel to my soil. I just find that rocks in the bottom helps drainage. That way your roots aren't sitting in water because a lot of plants don't like their roots to sit in water. So, ah, yes, thriftbooks.com. I have shopped thriftbooks.com before. I'm fortunate in that one of the local libraries that's near me actually has a book sale like twice a year. So I've gotten a ton of books there. And then my best friend and I, we trade back and forth. So, and then there's also a free library, a little free library by my favorite coffee house. Succulents and vines and begonias. Now, see, I haven't been able to grow begonias either. The last time I had begonias, I killed them. That was like 8 years ago. Oh yeah, I love book sales. I get lost in book sales. I used to work, actually, I've worked at two different libraries, and I like old books, like really old books. And even though they may be kind of outdated, I can always find something useful in them. Like I bought it was a camera repair book. The plants thrive on neglect. But I bought this camera repair book that was from the 70s, and it actually came in handy because I had inherited some old cameras. So, I love old books. Drinking water tonight. Just water. I feel a little dehydrated. I'm a little stuffed up. I don't know if you can hear it, but this weather just, oh, it's wreaking havoc with my body right now. Oh, excuse me. Exactly. Information is forever. I agree. I agree. You just, I don't know, you never know when something is going to become useful. I have a lot of old gardening books that were my mom's, and they have helped me out a lot. You know, and you got to keep in mind too that, like back in the 60s and 70s, it might have been the beginnings of something. So, oh, thanks, hon. I appreciate that. Um, you know, it might have been at the start of something. And so, even though we've advanced from that, sometimes it's good to go back to the beginning and, you know, retry the old ways because you might be surprised. Maybe the old ways is what will work in your area. Hand sewing your wool creations. Oh, what do you make? I wish I could work with wool. I am very allergic to wool. I break out in hives from it. I mean, I can wear my wool coat, but I think it's only because I have something between my skin and the coat, and so I don't break out. Now, if it rubs up against my skin, oh yeah, I break out in hives. I can never go around sheep. It's pretty sad because wool is such a durable, multi-purpose textile, you know. But I can use acrylic and creatures, owls, cats, frogs, and mushrooms. Oh, awesome! I'm so envious. I collect owls and cats and mushrooms. How funny is that? Use old sweaters and blankets. Now see, hey J Dog's Place, welcome. I think this is your first time in here. I'm Gypsy. This is Smallwood Homestead, or rather the inside of it. It's too cold outside to go outside. I have 12 and a half acres in the middle of the woods. Sorry, Heather, back to wool and sewing. I use, you know, like bamboo and silk and cotton and stuff like that. I wish I could show a picture. Oh, that would be nice. You can email me a picture. Yeah, that would be awesome. So, J Dog, where are you at? I am making a blanket right now. I've got some little odd skeins of yarn, and I wanted something soft to work with. And I made this pillow. I finished it. I had started it at the first live chat, and I finally finished it. So where are you located, J Dogs? I'm sorry, every time I see dogs, DAWGS, it makes me think of our college team, which is the SIU Salukis. And so one of the cheers is Go Dogs! And it's DAWGS. So it just makes me think of my college that I went to school at. Crochet daffodil on my pillow? No, it's actually ribbon. I just made like a ribbon bow to hold the pieces together because I want this cover to be removable so that I can wash it. Stuck in the wasteland called Houston. Okay, Texas. All right. Buying a place in Arkansas. Well, that's a switch. I actually, oh, thanks, Heather. I actually lived in San Antonio when I was little. I don't remember much about it. I vaguely remember visiting the Alamo. I was probably only 2 or 3, though, when we lived there. But yeah, I lived in San Antonio. So, oh, goodness. Well, I'm in Illinois. I'm in southern Illinois, actually. Little bitty town, got 8,000 people. Not nearly as big as Houston. Oh, Yeah, Roots and Refuge is in Arkansas. That's right. I forgot about that. I've never been to Arkansas. I don't know what Arkansas is like. I have been to Texas a few times. And actually, I have a friend that lives in Texas now. But I can't remember the name of the town she lives in. It's someplace with a university because she teaches. Or with a college. I shouldn't say university. With college. It might be a community college. But she's a professor, so. Oh, in Owensboro. Okay. You know people near Springfield, Illinois or Springfield, Missouri? Ha ha. Or Springfield. I think there's a Springfield in Texas too, actually. Oh, wow. Nice. Now see, my daughter was born. Hey, Incense Shop, welcome again. I finished the pillow. Look, I finished the pillow. My daughter was born in Kentucky at Fort Knox, so, and one of my best friends lives in Paducah. I know a little bit. I've been through Owensboro, but it's been eons since I've been through there, so I couldn't tell you much about it. So, is everybody doing good tonight? Everybody well rested and warm? Sorry, drinking water tonight, guys. No beer, just water. Bean Blossom, Indiana. Blossom, Indiana. I don't know where that is. I have a cousin that lives in Indianapolis. Does that count? Now I can do a Midwestern Southern accent. But south of India. Okay. Oh, awesome. Trying to think if I've actually been to Indiana. I don't think that I have. I don't think that I've been to Indiana. If I had been, it was when I was much younger and too young to remember having been there. My dad was in the Navy, so we traveled a lot. Trying to think. Isn't there a naval base in Indianapolis? I can't remember. What do you guys want to talk about tonight? Hit me. Driven through the state. Yeah, I think that's like me, Heather. I think I've driven through it, but I don't think I've actually stopped and visited anywhere. So, oh yeah? Yeah, my dad was in the Navy in Vietnam. So, when he came back to the States, did you use? Yes, I did use Big Yarn. I used Big Yarn on this one. I actually divided it in half because it was too thick, and I made it kind of like roving. If you know what roving is, it's basically untwisted yarn, or untwisted fibers. And so that's what I used on this pillow. And what I'm using now is a whole bunch of homespun in many different colors. So that's what I'm using now, different homespuns. I had a bunch, see, Lean Blossom, Indiana. Minutes from Indiana. Oh, okay, cool. Anyways, go away. Sorry, my boxes are keeping me up. Okay, 58 minutes from Indianapolis. Okay, cool. What was I gonna say? Oh, about 3 years ago, a friend of mine gave me 4 garbage bags full of yarn. And so I'm still using it. Let's see. Want another sewing machine easier than counting? I've got about 5 sewing machines. Hey, Derby, you saying hi? This is Derby, everybody. Her full name is actually Derby Drainpipe because I found her in a puddle of water in a ditch inside a sewage pipe after a storm. And she was cold and wet. And then I went down to all my neighbors to see if she belonged to anybody. Nobody claimed her. Oh, thank you, J Dogs. And no one wanted her. So I said, well, she's mine now. So I was in roller derby at the time, and I called her Derby for that, and then drain pipe because I found her in a drainage pipe. And when I took her to the vet for the first time, the vet says, "Do you know what you have here?" And I said, "She's a Persian, right? Because you see how fluffy she is." And I thought she was Persian. And the vet says, "No, you've got a Norwegian forest cat." And I had no idea what a Norwegian was. Well, evidently, purebred Norwegians sell for a whole lot of money. And my vet suspected that she came from a breeder somewhere. And yeah, exactly. Almost big enough to be a Maine Coon. Well, she actually just got put on a diet because she got up to 24 pounds. And the vet said that was too heavy for her. So she's down to about 18 now. But yeah, she's a big girl. She's so sweet. She's so sweet, but she's afraid of people. That's why I think maybe she might have been abused or something, because she was afraid of people. But she loves me, don't you, baby? And I had a Maine Coon. Actually, he was part Maine Coon and part Tabby. And my Maine Coon, oh, thanks. My Maine Coon, he was as big as my Beagle that I had. I had a King Charles Cavalier Spaniel Beagle mix. And yes, she's the queen. Yes, she's the boss of the house, definitely. But yeah, my Maine Coon, he was 3 feet from tip to tail, and he weighed, oh God, he was like 25, 26 pounds. Yes, baby. You see her tapping me on the shoulder. Yeah. Oh, hi, Wicks and Broomsticks. Welcome. I'm Gypsy. Welcome to the homestead. I have 4 kitties. I'm surprised this one's come out, but because we're getting bad weather, they've all been like circling me. They don't like bad weather. What you doing, Derby? Yes. I'm so glad to see you guys in here. If you're having fun, hit the thumbs up for me because I appreciate that. Yes, Derby. She doesn't want me to crochet now. So, hey, Nona Grace, how are you? I just watched your recent chat about the ice and the schools being closed and the pizza. I love your chats, Nona Grace. Hey, guys, if you haven't caught Nona Grace's chats, go over to her channel and give her some love because she's fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous. And Wicks and Broomsticks, I love your name, I have to tell you. Have to tell you, because that actually would describe my place. Oh, nice! You found me by searching Pagan Homestead. Awesome! Are you a homesteader by chance? Or do you just like the homesteading idea, the lifestyle? That's awesome. I'm so glad you found me. I do a live chat on Thursday nights. And if you flip through my playlists, you will see that I have a little bit of everything. I've got practical paganism. I've got Tarot Tuesdays that I do. I have story time for the kids. I mean, I got a little bit of everything. So I am so glad that you guys found me. And by all means, check out Nona Grace's channel because she's a riot. I love her videos. Just sit and chat and have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, you know. So who's got good weather and who's got bad weather this evening? I'm curious. I need to start homesteading with my life partners in the next few years. Awesome. Well, I'm the only one. I'm newly divorced. And I'm 50 years old. And it's just me and the 4 cats on 12 and a half acres in the middle of the woods. I am not off grid. Unfortunately, my health and money, weather's cold. Yes, it's very cold. Um, I don't have the money, and because of my health issues, I can't go off grid. Like Gypsy 2, you gotta look up the Wonky Donkey. The Wonky Donkey. Oh, you're not sending me down a bad path, are you? I hope not. The Wonky Donkey. I'm gonna have to remember that. Oh my goodness. Please forgive me. My nose is like stuffy because of the weather. I had to get out today and get my mail and go to the grocery store, to pick up a few things in case I get stuck in my house again. Um, where will you be homestead? Oh, okay. Yeah, where will you be homesteading, Wicks and Broomsticks? I'm in Southern Illinois, so I'm in a town of about 8,000. Nope, you will laugh. Okay, J-Dogs, I'm going to take your word for it. Wonky Donkey. I gotta look that up. Oh, man. My goodness, my goodness. We're expecting ice tonight here, so that's why you see me 58 Fahrenheit today. Oh, so you've got nice. Oh, it's a children's story. Cool. So you've got nice weather. Hey, Fevers and Sissy, welcome. Oh, you're in Mississippi. Awesome. Colorado, Oregon. Those are nice places. I have friends in Colorado. Scottish Granny reading the story of Wonky Donkey. Oh, that sounds fabulous. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to check it out now. I'll have to watch it and then see if my grandson would like it. Maybe I'll watch it with him too. He's going to be 3 next month. So, oh gosh, just in a couple of weeks, he's going to be 3. Is that right? Wait, what's today? Oh, I'm going to have to look at my calendar. Oh, goodness. And see, I liked when my Irish granny used to read me stories. She didn't have a full-on Irish accent because her parents actually came through the Appalachian Mountains. So she had more of a mountain accent and then with a little bit of an Irish lilt to it. Everyone was always darling. She never remembered any of my friends' names. It's just everyone was always darling. So, but certain words that Granny would say, you could hear the lilt. So, baby on her lap has a... Oh my gosh, that sounds brilliant. I'm definitely going to have to check it out. Oh, I'm going to have to add more yarn too because I'm at the end. Today was melting some beeswax. What do you do with the beeswax? Do you make, and red hair, do you make soap? I mean, what are you making with the beeswax? What am I doing? Oh, let's see. Magic has now fallen asleep. He's fallen asleep. Magic. He's going, why are you talking to me? I'm sleeping. Hi, Derby. I see you again. Oh, goodness. So do you guys have any ideas of videos you would like to see me do? I'm always asking to sustain the light. Oh, thank you, Wicks and Broomsticks. Merry meet. And by all means, feel free to watch it later. So, I'm not a wench. I'm not a wench. I'm your wife. Not sure if I want to be that anymore. Sorry. It's one of my favorite movies, Princess Bride. I have been known to quote The Princess Bride on many occasions. So, I actually saw The Princess Bride when it first came out. I saw it twice. Oh, Balm and Butter. Awesome. I saw it twice in one day because I liked it so much the first time. Yeah, Heather, you're a wrench. But I don't think she was, I think she was saying wench, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. And at least I know how to admit when I'm wrong. So. Oh my goodness. So I'm terrible with names, so I'm not going to ask everybody their names because I'm terrible with names. I won't ever remember. I tried remembering from the first stream, and yeah, I'm terrible. I am awful at it. So I never expect anyone to remember my name. You know, if I get called Smallwood, I'm good with that. How do you count so fast? Oh, I don't know. I have been crocheting for probably about 42 years. So I don't know. I've always been able to do it this way. My daughter can do it too. She's she watches a lot of YouTube videos. I taught her the basics and then she started watching YouTube videos for specific projects. And now that child makes, I shouldn't say child, she's a young lady. She makes all kinds of stuff. You have a cheat sheet, Nona Grace? And talk at the same time. What's the link, Heather? What's the link to? Is that to the Wonky Donkey video? Is that what the link is to? Of course, now that you say that, you watch, I'm going to mess up everything. Oh man, I hate this yarn. Sometimes it gets too curly Q-y, you know? Does that make sense? It's like very stiff. And I feel like I missed something somewhere. I feel like I dropped a stitch somewhere. I did. See? Talking and crocheting. Oh, darn it. Let's see. I think I found the link at J-Dog's place. I'm new at this wrench thing. Oh, okay. Cool. All right. Sorry, I got lost there for a minute. So did you get any ice, Nona? 10, 12, 8, 11, 8. Yeah, that's kind of what I do too. I don't know. It's funny. My kids always knew that if I was counting out loud, don't bother me. Hey, Tam's World, welcome. I think this is your first time in my chat too. Welcome to the homestead. I like seeing new faces, you know. It's nice. Get to meet new people. I like that. You did get some ice, Nona Grace. Okay. Yeah, they're calling for ice tonight, and they're calling for it to dip below 0. The newsman has actually recommended that if you don't need to go outside, don't go outside. You had frost this morning, J-Dogs. Yeah, they were saying that because of how cold it's supposed to be, they're worried, especially about people who have health concerns, because it will be so easy to get frostbite. So that's not something you hear in Southern Illinois, is talk of frostbite. We usually don't get cold temperatures like this. We're usually fairly warm. But for some reason, all the different storms that have been coming in, we're getting the brunt of them. And so we're getting, yeah, all the ice and everything else. So that's okay. Right now, I am currently without employment. So it's a blessing in disguise because I don't like driving in bad weather. I don't like driving, period, but I especially don't like driving in bad weather. So it kind of works out for me. I work the docks, the vampire shifts. Ooh. Ah, I do not envy you. What's everyone doing over the weekend? What am I doing this weekend? Well, I do have a friend coming over on Saturday. Um, and a couple of people that used to be friends of mine up until last October when they verbally attacked me. But now they want to come and apologize. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have to give you a heads up. Um, I don't know how many of you are praying folk or sending good mojo, good energy folk. But if you are, or if you just wouldn't mind thinking a good thought for my grandson Jaden, I would greatly appreciate it. He's the one that was born with hypoplastic left heart syndrome, which means he basically was born with half a heart. He's had many, many surgeries right now, and yesterday we found out from the doctors that there's now nothing more they can do. It's just going to be up to his body on whether or not he makes it. And he's 7 months old, and he's never been home, never been outside. Thank you, Tam's World. I appreciate it. And my daughter, of course, and her family are all, well, they're doing as best as they can be expected to do at this time. So, yeah, if you guys wouldn't mind saving a good thought for them, I would greatly appreciate it. It's been a rough week for me, you guys. It has. Mosaic Sun Rock. Oh, nice. Oh, and homemade pizzas. I'm coming to your house. Ooh. I'm coming to your house. That sounds like fun. Mosaic Garden Rocks and homemade pizzas? I am so there. Wow. I'll probably be doing exactly what you see me doing now. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, I'm probably gonna, well, I'll clean my house. I will clean my house. Probably do a little laundry. Thanks, J-Dogs. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Heather. One of these days, maybe. I keep trying to get Amanda Stewart to come here. Say special prayer for the people. Thank you, Nona Grace. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's rough, especially, you know, their other son is almost 3. And Jaden is in a hospital that's a 2-hour drive away. They only have one car, and they only have one income. So it's been rough, you know. It's just been rough. Oh. I just feel really dehydrated tonight, guys. I see my groovy glass. It's got all the astrological signs on it. I found it in a little shop in the mall when I was working in the mall over the holidays. And I just fell in love with this glass. I love it. Approve what, Heather? What? Did I miss something? Pet rocks. Sorry, I'm looking at that. I used to have a pet rock. Would you mind if J-Dog shows his videos? You can leave one link like once every, 30 minutes. I don't want to be inundated, but I don't mind if you share your channel. No, go ahead. That's fine. I just don't want it to be, an every 5 minutes thing, every 10-minute thing, we get another link, I'm probably only going to stay on here for about another 15 minutes anyway, because I like to try and keep the chats to about an hour, because I know there's so many other channels that do chats as well on Thursday nights, so I want everybody to be able to go to, other ones that they want to go to. So I try to keep mine around around an hour. But yeah, J-Dogs, if you want to drop a link, go ahead. You can drop a link real quick. Usually I'm pretty easy, you know, with my etiquette requirements. I just don't like it to become like an advertising billboard or a begging for subscriptions thread. I that leaves kind of a funny taste in my mouth. You know, if you want to go look at somebody else's channel and check them out after you've seen them here in the chat, by all means, you know, yeah, I think that's awesome. But I don't like the, oh, Heather has to do it. Okay, go ahead, Heather. You can drop his link. Really, Nona Grace? That's awesome. But anyways, you know, my etiquette rules are pretty simple. Be respectful, be kind, and don't turn it into an advertising billboard or a begging, you know, for subscription thing. I think that if people want to subscribe, they're going to subscribe. I would love it if everybody subscribed to me, but I'm not going to go on someone else's live feed and go, hey, you need to subscribe to me. You need to subscribe to me. You know, I'm not going to do that. You did it, Heather. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Heather, for dropping his link. Appreciate that. Yeah, I only have 2 moderators right now, and that's Amanda Stewart and Heather Foley. Once I get to know more people, then I'll make more people moderators. But I like to try and get to know people a little bit first and let them get to know me. Thank you, Heather, for dropping that, and thank you, J-Dogs. That's nice. That way I'll be able to click on that link and see your work as well. You have a good night too, Incense Shop. See you later. Thanks for jumping in. Because I went to video, I've never got the chance to catch you yet. Oh, awesome. Hey, Freaky Geek, what's up? Welcome, welcome. I think this is your first time at Smallwood as well. I'm Gypsy. This is Smallwood Homestead inside. Outside is 12.5 acres of woods. So, which actually, oh, Freaky Geek is your second time? Okay, cool. Awesome. Sorry, I'm bad with numbers and everything. I just dropped a video this morning of a walk through my woods. So, you know, if you guys want to take a peek at that, you can kind of get a tour of the outside of Smallwood. Well, one of the ways. It's hard to cover 12.5 acres in one video. I mean, when my friend Jen and I were marking my property boundary, thanks, Freaky Geek. When we were marking my property boundary, I mean, literally almost the entire boundary, it took like 4 hours for us to walk it because, well, it's dense forest, you know, and it's 12.5 acres. And we didn't even go the entire property. So, pickers. Hello, pickers. What's that mean, Freaky Geek? Hello, pickers. Does that mean like guitar playing pickers? Through the woods in a snowstorm. Ooh, I wouldn't recommend that. Oh, thanks, Tam's World. I wouldn't recommend that here, J-Dogs, only because my trees fall all the time. And if it's not cold enough to hold them together, then you might get hit with a Widowmaker. And that's not fun. As a matter of fact, I discovered a tree this morning that I think is the one that shook the house over the weekend that I felt fall. Depending on where they are in my woods, sometimes it'll shake the entire house. I mean, it feels like a freight train. It's just crazy. So, oh, Henry's at Incense Shop. I'm terrible with names. I am. That's why I never expect anybody to remember mine. If I meet somebody, you know, again that I've previously met and they're just looking at me, I just say, it's okay if you don't remember my name, you know, and then I tell them my name. Because, I mean, gosh, the brain is, you get so much stuff. James Crush and watch. Why? Named. Oh, okay. Now I understand. Oh, my goodness. My goodness me. I'm adding some funky colors now. I don't know if you can see that. This is all just little bits of yarn that I've had. Like I said, I just wanted to crochet something soft, something nice, you know. I'm just, the cold is really messing with my arthritis, in my legs particularly. So, yep, I'm hooking. I am hooking. So, thank you, Heather. Thanks for catching that. Um, yeah, I have a happy hooker when I'm not knitting or spinning. Now, see, I know how to knit, but I don't like to knit because I can't do it as fast as I can crochet. Oh, thanks, J-Dogs. Yeah, it's going to be, hopefully a cuddly blanket. I have a tote bag that says, I'm a happy hooker who loves big balls, and then it's got pictures of big balls of yarn and a crochet hook. Yeah, everybody thought I was crazy when I bought that. Thanks, Heather. Oh, goodness. So, do you guys like these? Me too, J Ducks, because I've sold some of my crocheted things. So that makes me a professional because I got paid for it. Have fun in the small village. um, oh gosh, I was gonna say something and I totally forgot it. Do you guys like these live chats? Should I keep doing these, do you think? I mean, I know I've only done, I think, 3, but I'm trying to get some feedback. I could be a good hooker. Well, maybe, Tam's World. Do you crochet? There's lots of videos on crocheting. Like I said, you can find anything on YouTube these days. I mean, really, you can. You can find anything on YouTube. That's both a blessing and a curse, I think. Although I'm glad people found me. That makes me happy. Kind of surprised. You're right, Freaky Geek. J-Dog, you do a different hooking? Do you do rug hooking? Way back. Oh, awesome, Tam's World. Well, you know, I mean, really, I think you could probably pick it back up again. With the village people. YMCA. Oh, Ontario. I have a friend who lives in Saskatchewan. So, Coldwater, Ontario. I have yet to go to Canada. I mean, it's only a few hours away. But, well, I shouldn't say a few. It's more like, what, 10, I guess, hours away? The village people, that's right. And that was it. Well, if you can make a pot holder, you could make a blanket because all a pot holder is a miniature blanket. So if you can make a pot holder, you can make a blanket. Seriously. You have to think of it in terms of concept, you know? I mean, it's still the same principles, it's just on a larger scale. So, bigger than you think. Yeah. I don't know. My little town, I can remember it getting up to 12,000, and now it is 8,000. So, do I have a passport? I do have a passport. I lived in Germany for 4 years. Now, it's outdated. I would have to get it updated because I haven't used it since 20, let me think, 2003. I haven't used it since 2003. So, and that was when I went to Mexico because my son was competing in the Martial Arts World Cup. So, my son did taekwondo as a kid, as a boy. And he was so good that he competed at the World Cup. He brought home a gold and a bronze. So we were pretty happy about that. Um, but yeah, 2003, that was the last time I used my passport. Cargo hooking. What's cargo hooking? I don't know what that is. I used to do rug hooking. Yeah, Tam's World, it was pretty cool. It was really neat, you know. There were sock looms. Oh, at the Big Blue Store. At the Mart of Wall. Is that what you're talking about? The Mart of Wall. That's what we call it, or Wally World. I've seen the sock looms. I'm just not good at stuff like that. Oh, thanks, Heather. His name is Luther, actually. My son's name is Luther. My daughter's name is Bailey. You load ships. That's right. You work on the docks. Sorry, I was counting. Trying to remember my stitches. Right now, I don't work anywhere except home. Ah. I'm envious, Freaky Geek. I wish I could do that. I just can't seem to get my hands to cooperate to do both needles at the same time. It's the same reason why I can't play piano. I just can't seem to get it together. I'm not physically coordinated to do that, I don't think. So, well, guys, we've got a couple minutes left. Before I end the stream, because like I said, I try to keep it at about an hour, you know. I'd like to give you the opportunity right now to drop your links to your channels if you want. Use the wrong stand. Oh, the wrong skein of wool. Yeah, I'm allergic to wool, so I don't use wool anyway. I use a lot of acrylic. Short fingers, so no piano for me. I want to wear rocking chairs. Yeah, I have a rocking chair. I have a few, actually. What was I going to say? I forgot completely what I was going to say, so forgive me. That's another effect of cold weather. I think it's making me get ready to have a fibromyalgia flare, and when that happens, that's when I start losing my ability to make sentences and to properly speak. It happens a lot. Hi, Rory Barlow. I think you're new to Smallwood. Welcome. My name is Gypsy. All right, we're at an hour. Do you guys want to talk for a few more minutes since we just got another new person jump in? Kind of hard to wear a chair when you sheep. Right, Heather. Yeah, see, I grew up with wool stuff too. But when I was about 5, I guess it was, I started having a reaction to it. So, oh no, Rory, that's okay. We want you to come in and, you know, get to know the gang. Come on in. Where are you from, Rory? I like the name Rory. I am a fan of Gilmore Girls. Are you a male Rory or female Rory? Because I've actually seen both. My son had a male friend whose name was Rory. Know how to drop a link. So if you click on the name, go directly. That's right. Oh, you're from Ireland. Ah, I'm of Irish descent, believe it or not. County Wicklow is where my ancestors are from. So, part of the Higgins clan um, came over. How long have I been working on which project? The blanket? Your mail, Rory. Well, welcome, Rory. Which one, Freaky Geek? The blanket? I just started it right before I started the thread. From my mother a long time ago. Oh, Irish, I guess. I am 44% Scandinavian. And then the rest of me, I'm like, what was it? 42% German, Irish, and Welsh. And then I was like 7%, hi, the Icon 2020. I'm like another 42% German, Irish, and Welsh, and then like 7% Iberian, and I have a little bit of Indian in there too. Wicklow's a lovely place. The mountains there have amazing views. Oh, awesome! I've never been. I've wanted to go. Eventually, I will get there. Eventually, I will get there. I know I've got to have relatives there somewhere. You know, I wonder if maybe that's why my ancestors came through the Appalachian Mountains. If there are mountains in County Wicklow, maybe they were looking for similar scenery. I wonder. I'm currently in southern Illinois in the USA. Sorry, I'm trying to find the end here. Thank you, Heather. I'm trying to find the end of my yarn, the end of my skein. It's tucked in there and it won't come out. I'm going to end up with yarn barf. How many of you know that term, yarn barf? Oh, that is yarn barf. That is when the yarn refuses to come out in a neat way. That's a bummer. Oh my goodness. So, Rory, how did you find my channel? Did you do a search? I'm curious. That's messy but easy. Yes, that's true. That is true, Freaky Geek. I don't like it when it comes out in knots, though. I have actually purchased yarn that had knots in the middle of it, and I didn't like that at all. That was difficult to work with. I actually sent an email to the company. Scotch Irish to establish homestead in the Appalachian Mountains. You know, that makes sense. That makes sense, because, yeah. That's why I have a little bit... Oh, nice. Well, Rory, to tell you a little bit about me, I am a 50-year-old granny who lives on 12.5 acres in the middle of the woods. I do a little bit of homesteading. I garden, and I do a little bit of prepping. I have a pantry. I use my dehydrator. Yes, Freaky Geek, I actually have a spinning wheel. Her name is Mabel. Mabel, the maple spinning wheel. But anyways, I have 4 cats. I have 2 kids, but they're adults. I have 2 grandsons. They're not adults. I am a pagan. Have been. How old am I? I'm 50. Oh, God. 38 years or something. Hey, Jazzy Daisy. It's fairly peaceful, Rory. I'm currently without employment, so I'm taking my time doing things right now. So, oh yeah, I love living in the woods. It's dangerous sometimes. Like right now, we're expecting ice, and trees fall on my property all the time. And what I've been doing this last year is actually cutting them away from my house. I live in a mobile home. Or caravan, I guess is what they're called in Ireland. And I've been cutting away the trees from close to the trailer because I've had trees fall on the trailer before. Rory, if you get a chance, I uploaded a video today called A Winter Walk Through Smallwood, and you'll get to see what my property looks like. I love it out here. It's beautiful. This was my parents' property. Both of my parents are deceased, and I inherited it. And I refused to sell it when I inherited it, and I'm glad that I did because, you know, I ended up getting divorced, and now I had a place to go back to because I never sold this place. So, you know, me and the cats, we enjoy it. Bad joke. I'm switching to my other bottle of water. Yeah, I didn't catch the trees falling on the video, but I did take a walk through the woods and looked at some that had fallen. I haven't been able to catch any falling on video yet because, well, you just never know when they're going to fall. They fall when they do. So, my goodness me. All right, I think, guys, we're at an hour and 7 minutes. I'm going to give it 3 more minutes, and then I think I'm going to close the chat. I would like to invite everyone to check out my videos. Exactly, Freaky Geek. You're exactly right. And luckily, I walk my property. Yeah, I walk my property often. So I can usually tell, like, when the ground is getting soft in a certain area. Have a great night, Tam's World. Thanks for joining. Thanks for coming in. You know, I can usually tell if the ground is getting soft, and then I know, okay, the ground's getting soft in this area. I probably should stay away from it for a while because things will probably be uprooted or leaning. If I start noticing trees that are leaning in a certain direction, I won't go out there. I'll wait, you know, until I think it's safe. I mean, honestly, my biggest fear is that I'm going to be asleep in bed and a tree is going to crop down right on top of my head. So I don't want that to happen. Trollish. Oh, yes, this is a family-friendly channel. This is family-friendly. Try to keep it clean. Try to keep it PG, or at least PG-13. I sometimes slip with my mouth, but thank you, Heather. You have a wonderful weekend, too. I would like to invite everyone to check out everyone else's channels. And if you're new to my channel, check out my playlists. I have tons of stuff. If you have any suggestions for other things that I should make videos on, please, 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 please leave me a comment, email me, something, because I'm always looking for new ideas. I've had a lot of fun in the chat tonight. Is it Friday yet? Not in Illinois. Not in Illinois. It's only 10 after 7 in Illinois. So, or in southern Illinois. Yeah. But, I think that's about it, guys. You're not leaving quite yet, Heather? Well, I'm leaving in 10 seconds. So, I don't want to count them down or anything. I'm getting tired. And I need to take some medicine for my back. And that's going to knock me out, which sucks. But I'll sleep well tonight. So, yes, Rory, you too. Rory, welcome back again. Come back again. I mean, you know, by all means, and check out my other videos. I'd love it if you would give me some feedback on that. Nope, still Thursday. Yep, still Thursday. Still Thursday. All right, guys. I'll see you later, and namaste. Have a great day or night wherever you are. And don't forget Tarot Tuesday. I've got Tarot Tuesday coming up. So, and I'll be dropping a video on Sunday because I always try to get a video out every Sunday. So I will talk to you all later. It was nice to meet all you new folks, and come back next week. Bye.